Hello viewers, we hope that you are all safe and healthy wherever you are in the world. So today, we are doing a travel video. From Hua Hin railway station, a 7-minute drive takes us to an exciting place called Hutsadin Elephant Foundation. So we are here at Hutsadin Elephant Foundation, where I do a 3-week volunteer work at this foundation dedicated to elephants who are in need of help and protection. The Hutsadin Elephant Foundation is a non-profit organization dedicated to the care and the welfare of the elephants. The foundation was established at around year 2007 by 3 Thai businessmen. With religion playing an important part in their lives, they built 2 temples here for people to come to pray, meditate, and take part in religious rituals and ceremonies. The foundation at present has 5 elephants, and the majority of their care is provided by the volunteers and the mahouts. We will have one of the volunteers introduce you to each of the elephants.
So this is our Songkran, and Songkran is 12 years of age. She's been here since she was a 3-year-old. She is our most popular elephant because she's always here to meet and greet our visitors. She loves to hug them and kiss them. She is quite naughty, she just wants to play. Songkran is like popular with the younger children because obviously she's not as intimidating, but she is getting bigger, so she does need to be with the rest of the herd. This young lady is Tomkan, and she's approximately 52 years of age. Tomkan was found on a farm doing hard labour. She had terrible leg and feet infections, was standing in dirt all day long, and it was a Swedish gentleman that found her, and he couldn't bear to leave her, so he asked if he could buy her, and they agreed, but obviously it's not like a dog, you can take it home and keep it in the yard. So he approached Hutsadin and said, can we please take her? When she first came, she was so scared that she actually ran away, and it took them 3 days to get her back. And when she got back, I wasn't here, but they said she was shaking with fear, she was that scared. So when I came 4.5 years ago, she was our only walking elephant. So yes, we all fell in love with Tomkan because she was a great walker. She absolutely loves visitors, but she's also got a very, very naughty character. So this elephant is our only male. His name is Bunmi, and he is at approximately 76 years of age. You can see by his sunken head, his jowls, all sunken in. That is because he has no teeth. Another reason why he could never be released into the wild, he wouldn't be able to survive. You will notice that his tusks have been cut. Unfortunately for Bunmi, he started off in the logging industry, so that was a hard life for him when he was younger. He hurt his leg, so then they didn't want him, and they put him into the tourist industry, where for years and years he just carried people on carriages round and round and round. Then he came to us in Hutsadin, and yes, he was still doing carriage rides then, because they did do that in them days, but eventually volunteers said no, it needs to stop, they need to be walking. He's a good gentle boy. Yeah, and this lovely beauty here is Ponwan, and she's also approximately 52 years of age, and she is actually from Hua Hin vineyards. What happened to her was she fell down an embankment in a storm. It was all slippy. She fell down and she hurt her leg. They rushed her to hospital, and when they got there it was locked in position and they couldn't do anything because it could have broke the leg. And as it was okay. So they tried to wait till the swelling come down, but obviously the vineyards didn't need her then because they only did carriage rides and she couldn't do that. So she came to Hutsadin, and her English name is Sweet as Honey, and she is as sweet as honey. She's very, very sweet. She is slowing down a little bit. She's had a few problems with her toenail. She loves to kick the sand and throw it over herself. And unfortunately she's kicked a few big stones and cracked a nail. So at the moment, I know we miss our visitors, but for her it's been a godsend. She can rest and get that nail put in order before people start to come. So this lovely elephant is our Lai Tong, and she's approximately 35 years of age. Lai Tong is a young elephant who's used on the streets of Bangkok, and you will see there on her leg there's a lovely lump. She was actually hit by a truck, so of course a leg injury. She'd be no good for carriage riding because that would be her next step as she got older, so immediately they didn't want her. So that is again the reason why she is at Hutsadin. She doesn't have any problems with it. Being in Hua Hin, we retain temperature all year round, so they don't suffer much from arthritis or anything like that. If she did, it wouldn't be a problem. We do have a vet that comes once a month and checks all our elephants to make sure they're healthy. Government vets come twice a year. We keep records of all our elephants. From medication, they get injections, so anybody could come at any time and have a look at our records and see what problems our elephants have had. The Lai Tong is like the matriarch of the group. She's took the lead, and our other elephants seem to appreciate that. If they're upset and they're out in the field, and we can immediately hear them because of like really loud growls from them, they take Lai Tong out, and she will settle that elephant down and bring them back safely. She's not too keen on us volunteers, especially when they go near a stall, but that's just health and safety around elephants. You do not approach an elephant unless the mahout is there, so we do stress that to all our volunteers as well.
When the mahout was not around, Yako got hit by Lai Tong when he got too close to her while cleaning the stall. Oh no.
But yeah, she's a lovely girl. She's very pretty. She's very funny, and she has a lovely funny mahout as well, who's also, so yes.
So the first thing I did when I started volunteering at Hutsadin Elephant Foundation is to manage the elephant dung. And I'll have a volunteer explain to you in a bit more detail.
Right, so this morning I'm here with one of our volunteers, Elliot. Part of the volunteer's duties in the morning is to clean up the stalls. Now, as you can see, these are poop baskets. These baskets will be taken down to the night field. The mahouts generally come in around, I would say around 5:36 in the morning to bring the elephants from the night field. That's where they sleep at night. They come into the stalls. The mahouts will then come in and clean all the stalls and get all the poop in these baskets. Elliot and myself will be taking these baskets on the truck and move them down to the night field. At the night field we have a huge amount of elephant manure. This manure is actually really good for composting, and in time we are looking at possibly selling it off to generate a little bit more money. At this stage of the game, every penny helps, or every baht helps, and if we can start selling off elephant poop as compost, which is a really good compost, we could possibly generate a little bit more money for feed, for food or veterinary bills for our elephants. He's back onto the truck, and then we're going to take a quick drive down to the night field. You're up for that, Elliot?
Yes, of course.
Happy days, let's rock and roll.
Right.
This is the little road down to the night field. Completely adjacent to Hutsadin Elephant Foundation. Thank you, Jackie. This is also the property that we're looking at buying in the future. To have our elephants completely free roaming. The idea is to have a mud pool, a swimming pool, in time an observation deck so people can observe the elephants rather than physically touch the elephants, which would open it up for photography, for artists, to see how the elephants actually operate when they're off the chain and free roaming.
The foundation is also home to other animals such as cows, boars, dogs, roosters, and hens. In the daytime, the elephants would be at their stalls, but from 4 in the afternoon, they would be allowed to roam around in the field until 6 to 7 in the morning. On some days of the week, the mahout would get a truckload of grass to feed the elephants. So here we were, helping to unload the grass in front of the stall so that we could feed them later. The next thing I did, which was one of the fun parts of volunteering at Hutsadin Elephant Foundation, was to walk with an elephant while feeding it. One very important rule is, besides the mahout, we must always be walking in front of an elephant in their line of sight, or else they could see us as a threat and possibly attack us. Besides grass, the elephant's favorite foods include watermelons and bananas. Before going for a walk with the elephants while feeding them, the watermelon would have to be chopped into smaller pieces in order for it to be easier for the elephants to consume. The elephants tend to throw sand onto their bodies when walking outdoors in order to protect themselves from the sun. If the elephants wanted to go for a scratch, they would have their favorite trees to go to.
It's a habit. They enjoy it. Particularly, sometimes they like to get a good scratch on their skins. Places they can't reach, places they feel itchy, and just rub it against the tree.
After going for a walk, we gave it a nice cool shower. Then we showered and fed the rest of the elephants who didn't go for a walk with us. On alternate days of the week, there would be a different group of volunteers doing a different duty. In this case, they are in charge of measuring the weight of the elephants via height and body measurements. So this is one of the mahouts that is taking care of this elephant, whose name is Songkran.
ผมมาเลี้ยงเขาตั้งแต่3 ขวบครับช่วง3 ขวบมาเลี้ยงช่วง3 ขวบเดี๋ยวนี้อายุ12 ปีแล้วครับทางแต่ละตัวไม่เหมือนกันครับบางเชือกก็ดูแลง่ายบางเชือกก็ดูแลยากก็ดูแลเหมือนลูกเหมือนคนเราครับชอบครับชอบทำงานที่นี่ชอบก็เหมือนที่อื่นไปหลายที่แล้วครับเชียงใหม่ภาคเหนือภาคใต้ที่พังงาที่กระบี่ที่หลายๆที่อยุธยาเลี้ยงมาแล้วครับ
Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of what we did during the volunteering at the Hutsadin Elephant Foundation. Would you like to give us a summary on what we did as a volunteer in this Elephant Foundation?
A summary, well obviously when you first come, the most important thing to deal with first is induction, to make sure that health and safety is maintained around our elephants, and then we introduce you to all our staff and just make sure that you are very comfortable. After that you will go with a buddy, and a buddy will show you the ropes, as in you'll do the walkway, you'll clean up the elephant waste and the elephant poop, you'll go to the night field, anything that he's doing, picking up trash, things like that. If the elephant stalls need cleaning, we only do that with a mahout present or when the elephant is vacated to go on an activity. So if anybody would like to volunteer, you're very welcome. We have lots of volunteers to join us. It's a wonderful opportunity to work with our elephants.
Of course, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, not too many tourists are visiting Hua Hin at the moment. So once this is all over, I would of course recommend you to come to this place. There will be a lot of programs being organized by the current volunteers here. So of course I would like to say thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're welcome. And we hope to see you all back again when we have visitors, so you can get a true experience of what it's like to work with people from all over the world and our elephant family.
And so for YouTube audiences, I would like to thank you so much for watching it. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll get notified on all the new releases. So, yes, once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Give her the ones with the tablets in first.